Hey, good afternoon, class. My name is Manny. I want to first start off with a quote that I recently viewed. Uh, it's humility is the true key to success. Humble people share credit and wealth, remaining focused and hungry to continue the journey of success. In this presentation, I'll end up showing I'll show the class two objects in which it defines my personality, that's molded my personality throughout the years, and also has shown the journey that I've continued to pursue. My first object that I have is this Marine Corps emblem, which I ended up going to the Marine Corps, and it shows, for me, it symbolizes unity, perseverance, and strength. I went through many struggles in the Marine Corps. I ended up overcoming a lot of obstacles. For one example that I remember and I recall is one time I ended up hiking up. We were doing a hike in which I was carrying 90 pounds of gear on my back. We were going near a hill in which I needed to climb up, in which this hill was really steep. And I walked towards the hill and I looked up and I realized, hey, it's a pretty steep hill right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. So I continued, my whole platoon continued, and we pushed up the hill. One step at a time, I just continued to push forward. I felt my legs fatiguing throughout the process. I felt like giving up at one point. So I just continued to push forward. I meet the middle way of the hill, in which I realized, hey, I still got more to go. At one point, I ended up climbing up the hill, crawling up the hill, and I reached the top. And I realized over the distance ahead of me that there's another hill in my way, another obstacle that I have to overcome. And that made me realize to my second object that I have. Second object that I have right here is a shirt that was given to me by the French Foreign Legion Army. A Spaniard gave this to me. This symbolizes for me his humbleness, humility, and when I received this shirt from him, I remember that he told me that in his country he was going through a lot of obstacles, and it was very hard for him since the time that he was there to financially support his family. And he was 26 years old at the time, and I was 22, 3 years in the Marine Corps already. I realized that at that point that my journey hasn't ended. 3 years in the Marine Corps, I felt seniority. I felt like I was the top of the world at that point. But that conversation that I had with him, I realized that it wasn't over yet. I had to continue pushing on. And those two objects best characterize my personality. Humbleness, always have that humility against you. Always have strength. Always create that unity between each other, between your friends, your family. And also I want to end that everybody in this class shows that everybody's trying to pursue something greater for themselves, education-wise, and trying to improve themselves even better at that point. And I'd like to thank you for your time, and that's the end of my presentation.